internet, welcome back to my channel. Well, today I'm going to be using my practice hand to create a nail with the products from Luminary. I've never used these products before, but I'm gonna try. My understanding is that this is a base and color, and this is in the color Faith, and this one too. These are the same products, except this one comes in a bottle and this one comes in the little tub here, which is great because if you want to use your brush, you can do that by using this one, or if you want to use the brush from the bottle, you can do that too. They're both the same color, so they're the same. I've already opened this one. I think I left, yeah, I already opened it. It's the same color. Let me show you. This is called Faith. Put that back. Faith. It's like a pinky, nudie color. It should go on not quite clear, and it should have some color, so we'll see how that goes. So this is the same color, except this is in a bottle with the brush. So I just want to see how this color applies. If you're applying this to your natural nail, my understanding after looking at the videos they have online, this is a soak off gel, which is great for natural nails. So you don't have that hard gel on top of it, and then you have to like file it off and stuff. So this one will be removed with just acetone. Now, excuse me, this line has a primer, which I don't have because this is from my Made box that came with the nail box. If you haven't seen that video, I'll link it somewhere up here. So I'm using a primer that I have here from Nail Couture, and I'm just going to be using their primer for that. And to top it off, I'm going to be using the Kiara Sky non-wipe top coat on it. Okay, so we can see the finished product. So I zoomed in the camera because I really want to see how this adheres to the nail. And I am going to be using a coarse file to file this nail on the top, just because if I were to prep the natural nail, you'll have to have a rough surface, and this is kind of a slippery surface, and I want it rough so that product can adhere to the actual nail, especially because this is a practice hand and it's just different than the natural nail. So, and of course for a natural nail you would not use a coarse file. You can use a smoothing buffer or something like this, like the smoothie, and you can just, you know, give it a little bit of a grit to your natural nail. But for this, I am definitely using a coarse because I am going to kind of reshape this nail just a little bit. Make it a little bit almond shape if possible. Okay, I think that should be good. Okay, I think that looks pretty good. Yeah, I think that's much better. Okay, so I'm going to put the primer on. The entire nail, like if I was doing a natural nail. And I'm going to use first the bottle on the first coat. And this is a new bottle, so a lot is going to come out of that bottle. So I'm going to try to just wipe the excess of it. Just do a thin coat. I think that's good. Let me move this lamp over here so you guys can see a little bit better. I hope you can see that. Move the nail a little bit closer this way. I hope you can see. I hope you can see. Okay. And I'm just going to do a thin coat here. Now, granted, you're not going to see the color immediately just because obviously this nail is a little bit darker. It's not like clear. like any other nail you would do with a practice hand, but that should be good. The other good thing about this luminary system that I read was that it self-levels, so I think that's going to be pretty cool that it self-levels. Now I'm going to put it under the lamp, which I have the Darling lamp, for 30 seconds, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm gonna do a second coat because I think with this type of nail it needs it. Just gonna float it in there. There we go. And you can see how it looks like the actual color now. And then what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna cure this. This might take a couple of coats. I'm gonna cure this again 30 seconds, and then I'm gonna use the little pot that it came. Okay, I just brought it out of the lamp, and that looks pretty good. If you are doing it on your natural nail, that will look pretty nice. I'm gonna do a third coat, and I'm gonna try to create a little bit of an apex here with this one and my brush. So, and the brush I'm using is the Artistic Nail Design, and this is, I believe, in a 7 gel square. So that's what I'm going to be using. And I like the consistency. It's pretty nice. It's easy to manipulate. So let's see here. Let me take a little bit bigger than. What's cool about this is that you don't need a brush. You can also use the brush that comes in the bottle, but I think this brush is what I want to use. I'm going to put some there, and then I'm going to manipulate this a little bit going towards the center of the nail, because that's all I need. All I need is just a small apex here on the nail. And I'm gonna let that self-level and see what it does. I think I should put some on the sides of it, because I don't think I grabbed enough. So I'm just gonna, it's pretty easy to use. I like that, super easy to use. And according to the video that I saw, you can tilt this upside down, the nail, and create an apex to where you're going to whatever, you know, type of apex you want. But that looks pretty good to me. I'm going to tilt the hand. I want to see, just give it a few seconds there. Upside down, so you can create form a small apex, because I don't want something big. I just want something very natural. I'm gonna flip it back, and you can see how nice that looks. It's not a lot. I like that. So let me do a little bit longer. Let me tilt the nail back a little bit, because I want it more in the center. That's pretty cool that this levels it like that. It's pretty awesome. And now I'm going to tilt it forward. Look how pretty that looks. And I'm just going to put it inside the lamp for another 30 seconds. Okay, that has been in the lamp for 30 seconds. And that looks pretty good to me. I love the apex that it has. I hope you can see that. Let me see if I can, came out of the lamp. That looks pretty good. Even the color looks beautiful. Can you see that? The color looks absolutely stunning. If I open this, it should be very similar. I think the camera is picking this one up in a different way, but because of the shadows and the light, but that is exactly that same color. That's nice. I was gonna file it and shape it, but I don't have anything to do on this nail, so I'm just gonna top coat it. and I'm gonna put it in the lamp for a minute, and I'm gonna pull it out and show you the results. Okay, my 60 seconds are up. That's cured to the touch. This has a little bit of a little stragglers around here, so I'm gonna take that off. And if you were doing it to yourself, you obviously, if you're done, you just put a little bit of oil, cuticle oil on the nail, and there you have it. This has something right here. I think it's part of what I was filing. There you go. But that looks absolutely stunning. Look how beautiful that looks. I love how that apex looks, very natural. If I had to file it, maybe a little bit here at the top, but it's a practice hand, so I think I'm gonna do this on my nails the next time. I think that looks absolutely stunning. Okay, you guys, that was the Luminary System. I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that ring bell beside the subscribe button to be notified of future videos. Until next time.